So I was a real lover girl, and I always asked myself, how do men actually fall in love? So I made my observations. And based on these observations, I was really confused because there was one man in my world that actually was a really good close friend of mine, and this person was in love with me for straight almost 7 years. And I asked myself why. Because I wasn't overly nice to this person. Sometimes I was even really mean. Sometimes I was really toxic, and sometimes I kept my distance a lot. But I tried to be nice. I was a nice person because that's just who I am. I was really nice, but I asked myself, how is this person still in love with me after not even treating this person as if I love this person? What is it? Hi guys, it's Lina Amaya. Welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm going to show you and tell you, based on my observations, how men actually fall in love. There are different types of stages and there are types of things that make men fall in love. And also, if you are a man and watching this video, okay, before you comment any hate comments, then watch till the end, because this also applies to women. Why? Because it applies to human beings' nature. But I dare to say that it works better on men, because men and women, they are different. But don't be mad, just watch this video, okay? More about this one guy. So I was nice to him because he was a close friend of mine, but I was not overly nice. And sometimes I was really demanding. And sometimes I was really mean. And I kept my distance all the time. Because I knew from an early age on that friendships with men may require some distance, right? That's just how I was raised. And the thing is, I never gave this man reassurance or safety or signs that I was into him, because I was not. I treated him like a brother because for me he was like a brother. I treated him like a good friend because for me he was a good friend. And therefore I asked myself, okay, maybe you fall in love once and then you fall out of love, or maybe you just break off contact. But how is it that this man was in love with me straight 7 years? So I still shared some vulnerable stuff about me because of course it was a friend. That's just what we do with friends, but not too much. And I was always distant, and I always told him, listen, me and you, we're only friends, okay? Listen, always, I always said that. And if someone would tell this to me, I would be so hurt that I would just fall out of love. This man felt like he knew me because I don't know, he keeps knocking at my door and it's really scaring me at this point. So this man felt like he knew me, and at the same time he didn't. Because I was vulnerable but still distant, which leads to stage number 1, mystery. Men fall in love through mystery. Men fall in love when they can't figure you out quite surely. They fall in love when they have to ask themselves, what is behind that? I need to know more about that. That creates a lot of interest and intrigue, and that's the step number 1. If you have some type of mystery about yourself, we can work with that. Number 2 is confusion. When a man gets confused, okay, she gives me these signs, but at the same time, she gives me these signs. Like she tells me she likes me, and she's nice, but at the same time, she's like that. What is going on? Like, she's nice to me and all that, and at the same time, she shows me that she doesn't care about me. What's going on? I'm pretty sure all of you watching this video had this one guy or girl, I don't know, in your lives that made you so confused that you almost went insane. It was like, oh my god, he likes me, but why does he do that? Oh my god, he loves me, and he says, or he claims that he loves me, but why does he do that? Why does he do this, and why does he ghost me now? Why does he ignore me now? Why does he treat me like that? When you get confused, you get hooked. That's just human beings' nature. Why? Because it plays with our ego, because our ego tells us, how can this person do this to us? How can this person not fall in love with us? A human being's ego is always the answer. Every time I meet a girl and she's all over a guy, it's always because he makes her feel so confused. Not because guys, I swear, I never saw a girl go insane when he's always consistent, he's always giving her flowers, and he's always making sure she feels good, and she's never confused, okay? Most people don't fall in love with that because they are not healed. Me, for example, I only fall in love with people who give me consistency and safety. So most of the time when it happens that people get to fall in love with someone by making them feel confused or by acting toxic, which a lot of people like to do these days, then you are unhealed. So the point is, confusion makes a human being go insane, and it makes a person so attached to you to a point where they need to figure you out or they need to have closure from you. So a lot of men would fall in love with confusion. So how do we confuse them? Guys, I'm not telling you to play any games, okay? We don't want to be toxic or anything, but I'm telling you how you can confuse someone. How you can confuse someone: if you are a normal woman, you're always going to be confusing to a man. Because a normal woman, I'm so sorry that my lights went off, but it's okay. As a normal woman, she's never going to fall in love with a man that quickly. She's never going to want to jump all in with him that quickly if she's normal. If it happens too fast, I don't know, you're probably looking for something missing in you inside of that other human being. So a normal woman, she's not going to fall in love with him at all in the beginning. A normal woman, do you know how long it takes for a normal, healthy woman in her feminine energy to fall in love with a man? Like, it could take even years. So how do we make them confused? By being nice and gentle and soft, and at the same time you're not jumping all in with him, because normally you do not know this person. You're not going to jump all in with that person, because why would you? You don't know this person. You don't know that person at all. So how do you create confusion as a woman by being normal? Look, what I mean by that is, you're nice, you're gentle, you're soft, you're feminine, of course, all of that. We make them feel good, but at the same time, they don't have us, okay? You have to make them feel like he doesn't have you. He doesn't own you. You have your own life, you have your own friends, you have your own interests. You're not available all the time. That's when they get confused. When they're like, oh my God, I love her. She's so nice, she's so sweet, but why is she like that? Does she have someone else? That's exactly what I noticed, how my man fell in love with me. And I didn't do it on purpose. I just was me. I was just like in my own little world. I was so overly busy with myself, and I was so happy with being alone and being me. And at this time, I was really enjoying my time alone, and I did not want to have someone around, but I just enjoyed our little time. I enjoyed seeing him, yes, of course. I loved seeing him, but at this time, I was not at all interested in any relationship. That's when it happened. Number 3, it's the stage of lust. Okay, so we all know men, they are just visual creatures, they are lustful creatures, we all know that. Okay, so in the beginning, he's always going to lust over you. If you are a woman in her feminine energy, he's always going to be like, oh my God, I want her. You know exactly what I mean. But in this stage, what you don't want to do as a woman, you don't want to give too much. Because if you give too much in this stage, it will make him feel less interested. If you give too much in this stage, he doesn't have enough time to develop true interest and feelings. Me, for example, that's also the same thing with my current relationship. I did not give him anything. Not anything at all. I did not even like to hug this man. Nothing. And I did not tell this man that I wait until marriage, but I showed him with my energy. And when it got close, I told him, listen, I don't do that. When it got really serious with us, then I told him. But you also don't want to tell this man too soon that, okay, let's say you are trying to wait before marriage. I'm not saying that you should do it. I'm not saying that that's the only way to go. But for example, if you are willing to wait, then you don't want to tell him too soon, because it's going to be like, oh my God, I'm just wasting my time. I'm just going to get someone else who is easier and quicker. Because a lot of men are like that. I'm sorry to say it, but that's just the harsh truth. Number 4, the chase. You gotta make him feel like he needs to work for you and earn you. Men are hunters and they fall in love when they have to win a woman over. And then when they have her, they're going to feel more masculine because, oh, look, I did my work and I conquered and I succeeded. That's how men like to feel most of the time. So, of course, you as a woman, you never want to chase, you never want to give too much, you never want to give too much safety, or you don't want to give too much. I'm saying all that because I really mean it, and I know 100% that if you are chasing a man instead of he has to chase you, he's not gonna stay there for long. Think about it. It's just human beings' nature, okay? Let's say you have one dress that you bought for $400. Then you have another dress that you bought for, I don't know, $2 from Shein. How do you treat that one dress $400? It doesn't even mean that the dress for $400 is a lot better than the one for $2. But how do you treat the other dress? You make sure it's clean. You make sure you're treating it so nice, and you don't want to make it dirty or anything. And the dress you bought for $2 from Shein, how do you treat it? You just throw it around. If it happens something to that, you don't care at all. You just treat it as if it's trash. If he got you too soon without having to do anything, he's going to treat you like the $2 Shein dress. Why? Because human beings appreciate what they had to work for. Not just men, all human beings. The job that you had to work for and apply for 100 times, how do you treat that job? With respect and honor. That job that wanted you, okay? The job that wanted you so much and you didn't want. How do you treat that job? You don't care about this job. Number 5, attraction. In this level, a man's dopamine levels, they spike and they create a sort of obsession. So it's important to have that attraction as a woman, to be attractive as a woman. How do you create it? You know exactly how to create it. So my mantra is always dress good, smell good, look good, feel good. So I'm telling you, look put together, look clean, smell good. Smelling good is so important. I'm telling you, men are literally obsessed with good smelling women, okay? Act feminine, be in your feminine energy, because that's exactly what men like. So men are most of the time in their masculine energy, and when they see a woman that is all over in her feminine energy, they get obsessed. And another thing, stop cursing. Never curse as a woman. Just eliminate that completely out of your life. We do not curse as a woman. You can curse in private when you're alone or with your besties or I don't know what, but don't make it a habit, because that's what a lot of times happens. Also, when you're around people that curse a lot, you're probably going to curse as well. And I'm telling you, I know what I'm talking about, because I was a person that never cursed in her own life. That's just who I was. And as soon as I got a friend, she always was cursing, and she said all this. She was a really cool girl, and I love her so much. But time by time, I also started to curse. So make sure that you don't curse a lot, and you're also not around people that curse too much. That also leads to number 6, femininity. Femininity is what makes a man step into his masculine energy. He's gonna be like, she's so feminine, I need to protect her, I need to take care of her, I need to be there for her. That's when they fall in love. When they feel like, oh my god, I need to protect her, because who else is going to protect this woman? She needs protection. It's also going to activate the man's provider side, when he's going to feel like, oh my god, I need to take care of this woman. I need to make sure this woman is feeling good. That's when the provider side is activated. Guys, one thing I did that helped me a lot for my femininity is I read a lot of femininity affirmations. Also, guys, I'm posting a lot of them on TikTok and Instagram. I'm going to link in my description. And also, I created my own affirmation cards for you that I use every single day in the morning. Because, I don't know, it does something. Affirmations do work. And how do you know that? Guys, when you start to listen to a song all the time, what does this do to your brain? It's in your brain all the time, right? That's the same thing with affirmations. If you keep telling yourself this thing and you believe it, it becomes your reality. Also, I read a lot of books. If you're interested, I'm also going to link them in my Amazon storefront in the description. And now let's move on to number 7, the stage of attachment. This happens when he sees you as irreplaceable. When he sees you as irreplaceable, special, and he needs to provide for you. That's when the attachment of a man happens. And boom, you got the commitment. Number 8. Guys, this is what I found out with my previous best friend that was in love with me for 7 years, is uncertainty. When this man feels like he doesn't quite have you, even after a long time, he doesn't have you 100%, that's when they never are going to fall out of love. But I'm telling you, stop playing games. When I say uncertainty, a lot of women tend to feel like, oh my god, I need to play games, I need to get another one, I need to make this and this and this. No, honey, no. How do you create uncertainty as a woman when you actually are being nice and gentle and soft to this man, but you also have your own life and your own interests and your own other friends and hobbies and everything? That's when you create uncertainty, because they feel like, why are her hobbies and friends more important than me? That's how you create uncertainty as a woman, by having your own life and your own interests and hobbies and being happy outside of the relationship as well. That's when you create uncertainty. So many people praise, you have to fall in love with you because otherwise no one can love you. That's so true. You have to fall in love with yourself first, fall in love with your life and your life outside of the relationship, and everything else will happen itself. This man will become obsessed, because men are obsessed with women that are not clingy and all over their face, like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, you need to see me, we need to do that, we need to do that, we need to do that, I don't have other friends than you. No. They love women that are like, listen, I am seeing my friend on this day, I'm so happy to see her. Look, on this day I have this to do, and I'm going to Pilates, and I'm busy, and oh. That's so beautiful. You have nothing to lose by being like that. You're also going to be a lot happier, and you're going to be less codependent. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. That was it for today's video. See you next week.